So,
Which I'm not really right. I'm just sitting here playing video games.
when did you call me to say, hey, we should wear black?
I didn't.
Oh. One of us. One of
And
us.
so we don't do the Batman background, and he decides to do the Batusi.
Bum, bum. This is ILNL.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm just gonna play the game here. You okay, Chris?
Welcome to ILNL.
Are you sure you're okay? You good, buddy?
I'm good. Just a couple of hiccups. I'm good.
Sure. Okay.
Hi, all. So, I want to give a shout out to Scott the Waz. I've been watching a lot of his content as of lately. And every time I think to start our show, I feel like saying, hey, all. So, if you don't know who Scott the Waz is, big YouTuber, also on G4, great content. I love Scott's content. So, Scott the Waz.
Cool, Yogi.
So, it has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I just had that in my head. Let's start the show. Chico's here, playing his game, disrupting my life. KK's in the building.
Yep. Gotta get my song Saturday.
Chris Cortez,
What up?
showing the dreads. I'm sorry, the locks. Because,
It's not dreadful.
there you go. So, let's begin the show. Continuing our coverage of WBD, this is some of the backlash that has happened because of the whole Batgirl debacle with Warner Brothers. Many of the cast were not aware that this movie was going to be pulled.
That's
and
messed
so
up.
they are experiencing their own turmoil because of Warner Brothers Discovery deciding that Batgirl needed to end. Namely, Brendan Fraser and Michael Keaton. So, in reading this from the New York Post and also reading some other things from some other outlets, I feel bad for everyone involved in this just being pulled from under them. Because, like, working on a movie... Sorry about that, y'all. Working on a movie, I've experienced the type of camaraderie that you get when you work with people on a set. Like, everyone is their own specialist, and everyone has, you know, their talents that they bring to the table. Then all of a sudden, you're at this point where something goes wrong. But nothing to the extent of spending over $70 million having like AAA class actors on set. Something that probably was going to be a landmark movie for DC, and it just goes away. So I open up the floor. I'll start with you, Chris. What's your feelings on this?
Trash. That is so trash. Bruh, if I'm sitting out here working my tail off, like, I've been in situations where I've done a whole show and someone decided that they weren't going to pay me, and so I had to sue. Right. It was not a pleasant situation. It was very time consuming, and, you know, I only sued for the amount of money that I was supposed to get paid. I probably should have sued for more. Probably should have went in, but I
yeah,
didn't.
at least made him pay for your bills.
Dog. Taking off work to be in court, like, and then you took forever. But anyway, so imagine like you do this whole movie, and like I'm hoping like someone had it in their contract where, there's still a coin to be paid regardless what like
Right.
you have some veteran actors, so I can't imagine them not having some sort of clause in there that says if if this does not go through, you know, I still get paid. Like I can't see them not having that in there. But yeah, I'd be really upset.
Like, how does that work? I mean, they get paid a base salary, right?
I believe
And
so.
then it's
If they're part of if there's part of the
SAG.
guild or SAG, yeah, if they're part of SAG, there's a rate that they have to pay because
Okay.
they're SAG after. I can never say it right. Tanisha probably
Gotcha.
correct me on that,
Afro.
but yeah, something like that. But yeah, if they're SAG,
so they're
they
just
get paid.
they're missing, I guess, what's the correct term? Residuals?
Royalties?
Yeah, that's what they're missing out on.
Not sure. It probably would depend on their contract, but I'm thinking as far as money goes, I'm not. I don't think they're going to be hurt for that. It's everything that comes after that.
Yeah,
Yeah, which might be residuals. It might be
residuals, royalties,
It might be
like
it might be
toys.
some. Yeah, any other
Marketing.
licensing things they might. Yeah, but I mean, just thinking about it, just looking at, I was scrolling down on this as we were going through. So that's a double. This
It's
is Brendan Fraser.
Yep, it's Firefly.
We have there's double. There's Jim Gordon, played by J.K. Simmons, who has played Gordon before in Justice League,
Yes.
or was that BVS?
That was Justice League.
Okay. And then of course
Keaton.
Keaton. I can't get over pulling that movie when you have Keaton. I mean, no disrespect to anyone else on there that's working hard on this movie.
Or any of the other Batmans, but it's like
Keaton!
the original movie Batman. Matter of fact, and it's funny, I just watched Batman Returns. Dog, on these new TVs, everything,
Yeah.
everything. Like, I mean, there's just parts I just knew anyway, so it was just like,
Fresh
nostalgic.
eyes.
Yeah, but it was just like, just the way everything looked.
Just now it's pretty.
It's pretty. The special effects are pretty. Like everything is just, it goes in.
So
Tops.
I feel for the cast of this.
I'm shocked that they didn't just do a straight to the app or
They don't do that with these movies though. Like they're
I'm
trying to
sorry.
do theatrical releases.
That's a Marvel thing.
Yeah.
They'll
that's
go
Marvel.
straight to an app if they don't want to do,
Yeah.
which is a beautiful thing. But it's a waste.
I'm hoping, beyond hope, that this movie is in the can and J.J. Abrams or who's the director for The Dark Knight? Oh, where's Kristen when you need her?
Nolan?
Nolan, or Snyder, just gets it and does their own edit and makes the movie regardless.
This is how you know you really messed up. The
Other
Marvel
directors.
the Marvel team has reached out to
Yeah.
the director like, dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like Kevin Feige has reached out to the director of Batgirl and was like, dude, it's messed up.
yeah. So that's the type of thing, man. It's like it's a huge deal, and I don't know how DC recovers because apparently they got a plan for that.
Yeah, and it sounds like it's being based off of Black Adam.
So DC has announced that they are putting together a 10-year plan, very similar to what Marvel does with their phases for their movies, which is a very puzzling thing considering they technically don't even have a phase one. But now they're going to
But
put
you
together
wanna-
a 10-year plan after canceling a ton of content.
Well, I'm saying that's where they've been saying Black Adam comes in. He's going to be Iron Man.
He's the catalyst for everything.
What?
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
I can't see.
So
If they were going the route of Justice Society, that would make sense because you got the Justice Society in this movie. But I don't see where they're going with this.
the whole thing of the Rock, Dwayne Johnson, right now, as far as fans go,
And he's
It's
acting like he's in
not-
charge.
yeah, it's not going well. Like, it's not going well. I think I read something where he got booed off the stage because of his thoughts on who should be Superman,
Something like that.
something like that. I don't get this. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Then again, look at their animated versus their live movies. They've got it figured out when it comes to the animation, but when it comes to their live movies, it's just like lost in the sauce.
I don't get it. Like, okay, so thank you IGN for putting this together because I'm gonna actually just scroll through it and see some of the things that are the properties that are up for grabs in this. So we can already cancel out Superman and Lois. We can cancel out Batgirl.
You can pretty much cancel out the entire DC TV line.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anything's up.
Yeah,
Anymore.
all this is definitely gone. So let's go through this. We already talked about that in the last show.
Oh, yeah,
Supergirl.
was supposed to get one, but yeah.
So that movie's in limbo. We're thinking that Aquaman's going to happen. We've already talked about Justice League Dark. We talked about Superman. We talked about Lantern. We talked about DC Legends. We talked about The Flash ending. Gotham Knights you alluded to in our last show. We talked about Blue Beetle. We talked about the animated stuff. We talked about the Flash movie. Something that we did not touch on was the possibility of there being another Batman movie. Not the Batman, but Ben Affleck as the Bat again, which is my favorite Bat currently. Who
Is he trying to do it?
I don't know.
Because he wrote a script for one, and it was done. So
And
it
that was pulled, yeah. So I don't
well,
know.
I think it wasn't exactly pulled. He wasn't doing
He
it.
just wasn't doing the movie. Oh, talking about movies that are also possibly in the works that actually is confirmed. The next Joker movie, which we just heard that Lady Gaga is going to be playing in that as well.
Mhm.
Oh, this is news to you?
She's supposed to be Harley.
We don't know.
Don't know yet. So we don't know. We don't know one. We don't know anything about the plot. We don't know anything about who's going to play what. We don't know if it's going to be another offshoot movie or a connected universe movie.
Somebody said it's supposed to be a musical.
That's a possibility. So there's a lot of if, and, ors that WB is. I don't know.
I mean, it would be different. And as much as I love music, I don't know. I mean, they'd have to be on it to make a musical out of, like a DC Universe movie.
I mean, they've both done music movies.
Yeah, because Johnny Cash
Mm-hmm.
and Star is Born. Is that the name of the movie?
Yeah. Plus,
Some star or something.
That's what Gaga does. She
Yeah.
sings. So
Yeah. So I don't know. Well, anything that comes to mind before we move to our next?
well,
topic?
on a side note, even though the possibilities for Justice League Dark is in the can, Marvel has revealed they are looking to do a Midnight Sun show or movie. So
Hmm.
we'll still get some
Dark
paranormal
Knight.
stuff.
Well, considering the game is coming, I can see that kind of working in parallel. So, talking about a blast from the past, if you happen to be watching Tubi, this is a show that's on there, and looks like it might have a comeback. Max Headroom, possibly returning. It says returns, but let's see if it really happens. If you are of a certain age that doesn't know who or what a Max Headroom is, Max Headroom was a cyberpunk-ish type future show.
Yep.
That
Post-apocalyptic.
that had a journalist that was doing whatever it took to get the story. But then part of his whole brain matter was taken and turned into this thing that we call Max Headroom. He did survive, but Max also survived too, and he was the way of getting into many of the places that the journalist couldn't get to, so he could get to the story.
It was one of those futures where everything was based off of ratings and stuff.
Yeah. So I started rewatching Max Headroom to see if it held up, because Tubi, thank you, Chico,
You're welcome. It's ruining your life.
has ruined my life and seeing a lot of old shows that I've totally forgotten about. Some of them I thoroughly enjoy. Some of them are really painful to watch today. They did not hold up.
The old animes are great.
Old animes rock. Max Headroom is a strange show.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not so excited for a possible return. I don't know. Like,
I think as a child, it was something
It was
completely
interesting.
different.
it was interesting.
Yeah.
Like,
And it was very high tech for that time.
yeah, the special effects, the actor acting like he was some like automatron type thing. It was interesting then. Now, you're gonna have to really wow us.
Yeah, because it's like now we have things like YouTube is like at our fingertips. Like the babies know how to get on YouTube, and
Well,
Yeah.
one, they're really going to have to buckle down with decent stories. But
And they can't do an hour show anymore.
with the technology we have now, I think they can do something really special with it.
Eh.
At this point, it would have to be the story that captures everybody.
Okay, so for those that haven't watched the original series, you know how he got the name Max Headroom?
I don't remember.
It was something random.
Okay, so in the very first episode, the guy who plays the reporter, investigative reporter, he's being chased by an antagonist, and he is believed to be decapitated by a parking sign, a parking guardrail.
Yeah, instead of like knocked him out, concussion.
And what's said on it is max headroom, as in the maximum,
Maximum
headroom that you
headroom to
can
get under
to clear
something.
it. That was how the name Max Headroom came in.
Yeah, like consciousness. I think that's the last thing he
Yeah,
saw.
that was the last thing that he
so
remembered.
That's what the AI took.
So, as hokey as that was, now we're talking about 2022 into 2023. Half of the year's done at this point. I don't know. I mean, even our background looks dated. It's like something straight out of the 80s.
Here's something straight out of the 80s.
It's definitely giving me MTV vibes.
Yeah. And so that then leads back into what can we expect from a modern day version of Max Headroom. Like, I agree with you. It has to be story. Story has to sell it. Because the acting to make Max Headroom, that's not going to work for today's viewer. If they did a CGI'd character like this, I think that could work. But an actor who's like all that stutter stuff,
Oh, no.
I don't think that's gonna work.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I think like what Chica was saying as far as like with today's technology, yeah, the sky's the limit with it. You know, you could probably do all types of crazy stuff with that.
Now, I know Matt Fuhrer is returning as Max. I don't know if they're going to keep the same storyline where he's basically the reporter.
So the
But he-
AI,
But the original AI will be the original actor. Or at least voicing him. Like I said, we don't know how they're going to do it.
yeah. So
I'm holding no judgment for this. I'm just waiting to see what they're going to do with it.
Exactly.
It's all just a curiosity thing.
considering what Eminem did in the Rap God video, where he like parodied Max Headroom, that's kind of as close as I can picture it, because that's the closest thing to modern I can imagine. This, I don't know. I want to hold judgment, but after watching this on Tubi for like 3 episodes, which was like 3 hours of time, because there's an hour episodes, because commercial and stuff when they did syndicated shows and all that.
I thought it was a 30-minute show.
No, it was an hour.
Really?
So that's what 46.
It was like
minutes.
40 something minutes
Oh, I
because
thought that was just
it had
the first
47.
episode.
Yeah. No. They are long, and it takes a long time to get to the point. Our attention spans are much shorter. Either
Yeah,
way,
they were.
either way, remains to be seen.
I remember Max spent a whole episode telling the reporters they should do a story about this dude that was killing people. And the whole time, he was watching a TV show and didn't know it. Nobody explained that to him. Like, no, this is for entertainment.
And on that note, Beavis and Butthead. They just can't seem to go away, just like the 80s. Beavis and Butthead makes another return again. This time on Paramount Plus, or if you happen to be on YouTube, you probably caught the first 2 episodes. They're back. So we got a movie and a new series. Chris.
How can I say this?
Put it bluntly.
Fire, 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 fire.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it when I need mindless entertainment.
Yeah.
I can see people watching it while inebriated. Pick your route. But yeah, I mean, it is kind of timeless. Like, I still enjoy watching it. So, yeah.
I caught the first 2 episodes. I still need to see the movie on Paramount Plus, which is probably going to get absorbed by Warner Brothers Discovery.
Wait, seriously?
No, I'm just just taking a jab. No, it felt like home. I immediately saw myself in my bedroom in Florida with my tube TV, watching Beavis and Butthead on MTV late at night, saying da 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 da, you know, all the things. I got the feels. It's weird how it holds up, and it's not relevant. like it was. Like, I don't think there's any kids that can really identify with Beavis and Butthead. And it's a little bit of a guilty pleasure at this point, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first two episodes felt very familiar. I thought that, there was no need for them to stray away from you know, the Beavis and Butthead thing.
The original setup.
Yeah. So, it was cool. Does this do anything for Sir Chico?
As far as the Beavis and Butthead universe as a whole goes, I was more of a Daria person.
Diarrhea. Cha cha cha. Yeah.
This will be like King of the Hill for me. If it's on, and it's background noise.
I can see that.
So, so yeah, I have no real stake in it.
Do you have an attachment to it, though? Like, did you actually grow up or grow with Beavis and Butthead?
To an extent.
Were you not an MTV baby?
I was, but I was more liquid television. So
Okay.
that was right. The time slots were there, so
Yeah. Okay, I could dig it. It's weird. It's like everything's old is new again.
Like oddly, I will probably sit there and watch Brothers Grunt with full attention before I watch Beavis and Butthead with full attention.
Does that mean you also would watch Aeon Flux before this?
Yes, definitely.
That's what I figured. Yeah. I'm really surprised that this has resurfaced. And even on WTOP.
I'm not.
Right.
I'm so not.
Like you said earlier, they run out of ideas.
They have been rebooting the 80s and the 90s for the last 20 years.
Well, we are that age. We are the buying age now. I mean, we have Old Dirty Bastard. His music is being played in a laundry commercial.
Yeah.
So we are that age now.
Oh God, it is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
As you're saying, though.
But yeah, so no, I'm not. Yeah, it's not surprising. Like there's, it's really like, what is new under the sun? You know, as far as like heck, with TV, with music, with movies, nothing's really new. It gets kind of, no, I can't say nothing's really new because now I have seen some creatives. I'm like, yes, kill it, but it's a lot of just.
You feel that
I want to
there's a
say
rehash.
I don't want to say laziness because there's still talent put behind it.
Oh yeah.
An oversaturation.
Yeah.
I want to agree with you. I also feel on the other side of the coin. No, there's no but. There's no but. It's the whole thing of I've accepted that I am of the age where a lot of entertainment is going to cater to me because I'm technically in that age range where I'm supposed to be spending a lot of money.
But is it about it? Is it that, or is it? It's one thing if it's, you know, what was the word you just said? Pertaining to you. What'd you just say? You just said something.
I'm not sure, like
Well, pretty much like it.
Like they're catering to me.
Catering
Yeah,
to you.
okay.
Catering to you. It's one thing to cater to you. It's another thing to like, you know, it's the nostalgia because it's gone back to your childhood.
that's a part of it.
Yeah.
Nostalgia sells.
Yeah, but you know, okay, so when we were kids, right,
Mhm.
and it was our parents.
Yeah,
that
it
were-
was their time.
Right.
Yeah.
But they got original content.
How original? Because I remember late at night where they're doing collections of music on vinyl and cassette for the Slow Jam collection or for
That's different though.
Dog, that's
But
different.
it was no, it's the same thing. It's the same. It's what they grew up on. And then if they didn't have it, then now you can buy it in a collection, because now Time Warner or Time Life, whatever the company was, put that
And
stuff together
was it-
for you.
Was it that music or well, yeah, it was
was that
music.
Yeah, and
music.
that was
I-
their nostalgia.
I thought it was more of a thing where, okay, the music you listen to is now on the current format.
It could be
More or
whatever way
less.
you want to do. I mean, like at the time for us, the current format then was phasing out of LP, going into cassette,
Right,
and then
that-
moving from cassette into CD.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a.
But the whole thing still was selling their youth to them.
Yeah, but we're getting more or less. We're having stuff rebooted, whereas it's not like somebody redoing the song.
In that vein, Paramount Plus is selling us nostalgia for $8.99 a month.
Yes,
We're not getting CDs, but we're getting streaming services.
streaming. Right.
That's our version of the cassette tape or the CD. That's and I'm not saying that anything is right or wrong in that. I'm just
But
saying
I
that
can
they're
see
selling
what
us
you're saying,
nostalgia.
though.
Yeah. So part of me doesn't mind it, but then it just reminds me
That you're old.
I'm getting old, or I am now officially old according to marketing execs. That's not cool. I don't like that. But I did like the first 2 episodes of Beavis and Butthead.
As long as you're happy, Tim.
Thank you very much. So, with that, let's close out the show. As always, thank you for watching and listening, being so cool, and all the things. If you're on YouTube, what should they do?
I'm
Like-
sorry, you saying being so cool actually made you sound old.
I was thinking the same.
Okay, watch
I'm-
this.
I'm
I'm going to
sorry.
really sound old now. Yo, watching ILNL is lit AF. And I see you
Watch
Now you,
this.
and
now you just
Watch
sound like
this.
you're trying too
Now
hard.
watch this. Watch the illness as lettuce. So yeah, subscribe, say save,
hit that bell.
subscribe, hit the
Hit that
the
like
bell
button.
the like button, and share with your friends. We're found on all streaming services. Not streaming services.
See, look at that, see?
services. Podcast services.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's streaming.
Kinda streaming, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Social streaming.
social streaming services. So yeah, join the group on Facebook. We have a I Love Nerd Life fan page as well. So yeah, check us out.
Last thing is, if you love what we do, support the channel by going to ilovenerdlife.com/shopping. The link is in the description.
And buy all the
and
things.
buy all the things. We have more things coming, but we do have some cool things that you can get right now. So I wish I had my cousin with me because she sounds very young and hip, and she could say some things that will
he
sound
said
better
hip.
than I do.
Oh my God, this man said him.
So with that being said, let's go ahead and close this thing out. Chico, say goodbye.
Goodbye. I'm
Forever.
sorry, y'all. Goodbye.
Chris, say goodbye.
Peace.
All right. For Kristen and Tunisia, I'm Tim. I'm getting old.
They had school and work on
Yeah.
the weekends.
Yeah. School in the summertime.
Wait, what?
The reason that they're not.
Sneesh and Christian, one's
They're-
in school, the
they're
other's at
working.
work.
Yeah.
And you're in school.
And you're supposed to be in school, but you're playing
Look
hooky.
at that playing hooky. Oh, what's
No, I did my homework and I'm ahead of my homework.
Oh, there you go. See, he's
so
good.
what's done, what's due tonight is done. What's due tomorrow is done. What's due on Wednesday is about to be done tonight. Yeah.
And
I'm
with
working
all
on
of that,
things.
This is ILNL. All the things that people do, including cubes. I can't show the green side because then they'll get keyed out. So, yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
Oh my God. You are trying. You are trying to sound a man of a certain age. This I am convinced you're doing it on purpose.
A little bit.
I'm not convinced. This is him being him.
Oh,
I'm just having fun.
See?
Because I'm cool like that.
not like that. You almost had it. You say cool like that, like, okay.
Aw.
But then you snapped the way you snapped. And so that's before your time.
I'm on that edge.
No, that looks like you like were like in dating someone with a poodle dress.
Or he was channeling his inner Carlton.
There's that. No,
I like
Carlton-
Tom Jones.
Even Carlton had a. This is just. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3.
What I do first, baby. Yeah, it's in my soul somewhere.
Wow.
Frankie,
Limey.
thank you. Goodbye, everybody.